Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about what is Kanban. The objectives for this video are going to be to describe what Kanban is, describe the 3M model, review the basic Kanban principles, discuss the roles and responsibilities of those using Kanban, and describe the 7 cadences of Kanban. So let's get going. So what is Kanban? Kanban is a Japanese word that means visual card. It gained its popularity in the manufacturing industry, namely with Toyota. A man named Taiichi Ono introduced Kanban to Toyota in the mid-20th century, and the Toyota processing system was created. Each stage of the process in Kanban sets out to reduce waste and costs by producing components only after they are pulled or used up. This is known as just-in-time manufacturing, and Kanban is about maximizing flow in real-world systems. A Kanban card is used as a signal to indicate a request from an upstream process. But even if you have never worked in a manufacturing environment before, you may have used Kanban in your everyday life. For example, when you fly somewhere, your plane ticket or boarding pass provides you with all the necessary information for you to find your next flight, where you'll need to go within the airport, what the flight number is to board, and just that way you can go to the right place. The airport also helps with signs that provide information about incoming and outgoing flights and at which gates. So airports are the perfect example of the use of an efficient flow through the use of Kanban. The 3M model describes 3 components of business processes that should be addressed to improve value delivery. First is muda, which is waste. These are activities that do not add value, but rather consume time, money, and resources. Next is mura, which is variation. This is the inconsistency that leads to variation in production, and this leads to peaks and value in demand and uneven workloads. And muri is overburden. You're putting too much stress or strain on people or hardware. The basic principles of Kanban are as follows. To visualize the work. Seeing all the work that needs to be done reduces stress because it helps everyone understand the scope of the work and how it is to be completed. Team members must share information with other collaborators, and visualization of this work also reduces the risk of work being forgotten. So visualizing the work produces insights, such as any potential dependencies, and visualizing the work improves decision-making. Next is to limit the work-in process, which is WIP. Managing processes is waste, so limiting this work reduces waste. WIP also improves quality because team members are reducing distractions and switching help workers focus on their job, thus increasing the likelihood that defects will be found earlier, and when they are, the fix is easier to find and implement. WIP also improves flow by adding cues in front of each step for the process. The cues make sure there isn't any idle time and have direct improvements in flow and how long the item is in the system, which is called cycle time. So cycle time begins when a work item starts being actively worked on by someone. And the lead time begins when a work item is initially requested and becomes visible in the work tracking system. Both cycle time and lead time end at the same time. So when the work is complete and delivered to the customer. So improving responsiveness. There are 2 ways to reduce cycle time. You're either increasing throughput or reducing WIP. So to increase throughput, you can add more productivity capacity, more or faster workers, add more shifts or work longer hours, or have more or faster servers. To reduce WIP, you can shrink or eliminate the queues, eliminate unnecessary work, or eliminate bottlenecks. The key to Kanban is that it is a pull system where resources pull from the available work when they have the capacity. This is opposed to the traditional push system where a manager tells the resource what work to do and when. This builds a stronger ownership of the task, and this supports system thinking growth. An example of a Kanban board looks like this slide. You may have a backlog, in progress, peer review, testing, done, and blocked, and you would just move each card from one section to the next as it completes that phase. So there's responsibilities and roles in Kanban. The service delivery manager is very important, just like the service request manager is very important. The service delivery manager, well, every Kanban team needs what they call an SDM. They oversee the quality of service delivery. They are the one who ensures an accurate response to the demands of the customer. The person in this role helps the team to do their work right while focusing on increasing the delivery speed, reducing costs, and shortening the response to the market demand. Moving more in detail, the responsibilities of the service delivery manager ensures a smooth workflow. They ensure successful delivery, facilitates continuous improvement, facilitates meetings, and takes care of the processes in general. Now, the service request manager, this role is an individual who improves the effectiveness and efficiency of the workflow process. Foremost, they're bridging the gap between the business and the customer with the motive to attain agility values. Moving more in detail, the responsibilities of the service request manager are as follows. They make sure that the customer's needs and expectations are understood well. They ensure valuable work items are prioritized properly, and they facilitate product-related decisions. Now, there are cadences, which are meetings and are continuous information and feedback sharing. So there's 7 of them in Kanban. There's a stand-up meeting, which is usually done daily, and it's a brief team alignment. There's a replenishment meeting, which is done weekly, and it will be what is worked on next and making a commitment to do so. There is delivery planning meeting, which is pretty much per delivery cadence, and it handles the delivery aspects such as immediate handoffs and release planning. There's service delivery review, which is usually done weekly, and this examines the customer's satisfaction with the delivery and the team performance. There's operations review, which is usually done monthly. This examines the efficiency of different teams together or the whole organization. There is risk review, which is done monthly. This focuses on the ongoing future risks and their impacts on work. And then there's strategy review, which is usually done quarterly, and it examines the strategic goals and directions. So I hope you enjoyed this video on what is Kanban. If you liked it, please smash the like button. And if you want to see more information on project management videos, subscribe to my channel because I'm uploading them all the time. Thank you.